Hey guys, welcome to Get Better Project. On Tuesday, April 19th, the level 1 workout for today is 15-minute AMRAP of 3 burpees, 9 push-ups on knees, toes, or against the wall, and then 18 mountain climbers or 200-meter run. I actually advise doing the 200-meter run or the mountain climbers if you're able to do that, just because it's going to be a lot of shoulders, a lot of shoulder engagement, a lot of shoulder burning if you don't do it that way. The way that I'm going to approach this one, because it's relatively long at 15 minutes and a smaller number of repetitions, is trying to get through those burpees quickly and methodically, then going to the push-ups and knowing that those push-ups are going to be hard because you just did the burpees, but busting through those quickly so that you can get to the run, hopefully doing the run instead of the mountain climbers, and then letting your body flush itself out as you are doing that run, and then getting back to it as quickly as possible for the next round and next round and next round and next round, hopefully many rounds, so that you're keeping that intensity nice and high, you're keeping the pushing muscles engaged, but not so engaged that they're gonna break down, and letting them recover on the run. Make sure that you check out the warm-up down in the description below. If you have any questions, let me know, and also make sure that you're familiar with the coaching videos coming up next and how to do the movements with the best possible technique and form. All right, have fun. For the regular burpees, you are going to take a squat stance, which is basically your squat position, feet slightly wider than hip width, toes slightly externally rotated. You're gonna initiate the burpee actually by pushing your hips back, reaching for the ground, touching the ground, hopping all the way down, coming up onto your knees, hop up onto your squat stance, jump and clap at the top. So if you're gonna do a few of these quickly, you can jump into them a little bit more. We're still trying to keep our back as flat as we can, or you could step down, it's fine as well. Step up, jump and clap, or if these are really not feeling it for you, you could crawl down and crawl up, still trying to keep your back flat, still trying to keep your knees in line with the toes, pressing through the heels as you come up out of the lunge position there. Now I have done all positions of the burpee, even in being in good shape. So it is going to not be any, it doesn't really matter, is what I'm trying to say. If you feel more comfortable doing it one way than the other, do it that way. You don't have to jump up. You don't have to step up. You can crawl up. You can do it any way that feels comfortable for you, but it's still a movement pattern that should be trained, because we do end up on the ground from time to time and want to be able to get up efficiently off of the ground, even as we age. So keeping ourselves in good postural positions as we're doing that is going to be really important, no matter if we're jumping, stepping, or crawling up. For push-ups, what you're going to do is you're going to get yourself into the high plank position to start. So hands are going to be about shoulder width apart, and you're going to make a straight line from your shoulders down to your ankles. Then from here, you're going to lower yourself, chest and stomach, all the way down to the ground, and then extend all the way back out until your elbows are locked out. And you're going to repeat that position up and down while you're doing the push-up. You're going to have core engagement the whole time, so slightly sucked in the core, and you're going to be moving your shoulders back and chest up and then forward as you press. If you're looking down from or up from above, my elbows are going to be about halfway in between at my sides and up in my shoulders, and my shoulders are going to be pressed down to the ground or towards the ground as I am pushing by engaging my lats here. It's going to keep my shoulders nice and safe. It's going to keep your shoulders nice and safe, and it's going to make the movement actually easier for you. For mountain climbers, we're going to take our high plank position. Again, just like we're going to a burpee, trying to keep our back flat. So we're going to start here in this high plank position. Then we're going to hop one foot up by our hand, and we're going to hop switching. So this is what the mountain climber looks like. Your range of motion might be a little bit different than mine, and that's fine. But this is essentially what we're going to be trying to do. Same idea, where as you come up with the knee points in the direction of the toe. Trying to keep a locked out arm the whole time, so that's just going to make it easier on our skeletal structure. And we're going to have our core engaged and keeping that nice flat back as we're doing this movement. It's more like a monostructural or cardiovascular movement. It's just going to be that our shoulders get tired as we're holding that position, and it can be quite tiring. We're running, one of my favorites. You're going to put yourself in a great postural position, chest up, shoulders back, feet underneath your hips. And what you're going to be doing from here is you fall forward from your ankles and then pick up your feet as you need to because of the fall, rather than pushing yourself off. So gravity is actually moving us forward and we're catching it as much as we can. There's still gonna be a little bit of a push off just to get our feet into the right position, but it's amazing how much you can use gravity in order to move yourself forward quickly when you're running. So everything stays aligned as you're running. Your hamstrings are what you're gonna try and focus on to pull your feet up off the ground rather than trying to push yourself off of the ground. So think of pulling yourself here. And then what you're gonna be doing is also thinking of striking the ground in your midfoot, okay? So right about there, rather than a toe strike or a heel strike. And the heel strike is really one that you don't want to do, even though we have these big heels on our shoes. What it does is actually slows us down every step, because if we're trying to fall forward, we're stepping like this, you can see that that momentum is getting halted every single step if we're doing that. The other thing is that it puts a lot of stress on our joints. So we find that heel strikers have more injuries than people that are having a nice, solid, good strike. Then we're doing a really quick, fast turnover. So almost as fast as we can for a maintained period of time, because that's also been shown to have less impact on our bodies than taking really big strides. And it does make sense when you break it down with like how much weight and impact you're gonna have into the ground with a big stride versus a small stride. Then what we're gonna be doing is looking at our upper body. So we're gonna be acting kind of like a robot where we're trying to clean a big thick piece of glass, just like this. And that's because we're trying to go in a forward direction rather than if we have over rotation. You see how it turns our body? We're not trying to go in that direction, that direction, that direction. We're trying to go forward in forward direction. So there you have it. There's the running technique. If you have any questions about running, I'd love to answer them. That's the workout for today. If you have any questions, let me know. Log your scores and sugar, and we'll see you on the next workout.